Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of the crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wealth and fame is ignored, action is his reward. To him, life is a great big bang up. Wherever there's a hang up, you'll find the Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 801. There for you. New York City, the lively and bright metropolis, home to hopes and dreams. On this day, however, the city is plagued by a fierce thunderstorm, forcing all of its citizens to spend their evening cozied up with their families, except one. At the office of Kenneth Kincaid Jr.,
Forget all night. This is gonna take all weekend.
he sits at his desk alone, surrounded by random files, stationery, a photo frame, and an ashtray full of cigarette stubs.
Kenneth? They're calling in. We only have a few hours at most. You need to get here right away.
He rushes out of his office with his trench coat in an attempt to catch a taxi.
Taxi! Don't go! I need a ride. Anybody? I need a...
He finds himself drenched in the pouring rain. Frustrated, he takes out his empty pack of cigarettes and glances warily at the grocery store. He enters the store.
I swear, the worst night of my life. Pack of smokes, please. My usual.
The shopkeeper doesn't respond. He stares at the counter, unmoving.
Hello? I'm in kind of a rush here.
But something's wrong.
What?
Kenneth drifts his eyes away from the shopkeeper to the man crouched next to him behind the counter. His face is hidden underneath a mask, and Kenneth notices his gaze dart away from the shopkeeper he's holding hostage to him. Bringing his index finger to his lips, he silently gets to his feet.
Move. Get behind the counter with this guy.
Hey, easy. I can't be here right now. I gotta go.
I said over there, now. Get away from the door.
The shopkeeper looks at Kenneth, frightened. He finally speaks.
Do what he says.
I need to be somewhere else, okay?
Last warning, I'll do it.
Excuse me.
The three spin their heads towards the direction of the sound, and shattering the glass window, enters New York's teenage vigilante, Spider-Man.
Can I use the restroom? Or do I have to buy something first?
What's going on?
Who are you?
Really? Last month I'm a national celebrity. Now look at me.
Whoever you are, don't move.
The robber points his gun at the shopkeeper.
Move and I shoot this guy.
Spider-Man uses his web shooters to pull the shopkeeper away from the robber.
What guy?
Meanwhile, Kenneth tries to sneak out, sensing his life in danger.
I can't be here.
Shh, stay down. Hey, bandana face, what say we keep that pointed at me? I'm used to being the center of attention.
The robber fires carelessly at Spider-Man, who dodges all of the bullets.
Yeah, that's it. You know, this is your lucky night.
Damn it.
People used to pay top dollar to see me do this. And you're getting a private show for free. Nah, on second thought.
He jumps across the counter to snatch his gun, and then breaks it in half.
It's gonna cost ya.
He knocks the robber out. And finally, the shopkeeper recognizes the red and blue suited character.
You're him! The Spider-Man!
Yup, that's me.
He acknowledges as he snaps his wrist to trap the robber in his webs. The naive shopkeeper looks afraid.
What are you doing to that man? Are you webbing him up so you can eat him?
What? Look, I'm not that kind of Spider-Man. I'm friendly. I'm your Spider-Man. In fact,
He sees a piece of paper and a pen.
courtesy of your friendly neighborhood, Spider-Man.
He leaves the note stuck to the unconscious robber.
There! That should explain everything to the...
Police, freeze!
2 armed policemen enter the shop. The entrance is blocked by a police car, and siren sounds parade the entire street. The 6 are surrounded. Yet Spider-Man manages to jump out the window and escape in the nick of time.
Sorry, no can do. Gotta go. School night.
Hey!
Everyone in the shop is left dumbstruck.
What just happened? Is that the spider guy from TV?
Huh. You think this was staged or something?
The robber grunts in pain.
Yeah, this is a weird one, alright. Gonna take forever to write up. Better start taking statements.
Officers? I really need to be somewhere right now. It's important that
Whatever it is, it can wait.
After being held in custody for questioning until sunrise, Kenneth finally catches a taxi and rushes to his destination.
Did I make it? Ellie, is he?
Still with us. Barely.
He steps into the hospital room. Illuminated by the warm ceiling lights, he sees the faces of his close family, crowded around a bed. Their faces look tired, sunken. They've been here for hours. Ellie, his wife, steps closer to him.
There's still time, Ken. But what kept you?
I'll tell you later.
That him? Where are you, boy?
Kenneth forces himself to meet the glossy eyes of his dying father. He takes a seat beside him, and in return, his dad brings his hands to either side of Kenneth's face. They look at each other.
I'm here, Dad.
Later, after his family have left the room, grieving a lost family member,
I don't believe it. That was so close. I almost missed it, Ellie. I almost missed saying goodbye to him.
But you didn't. You were there for him. For your mom. For all of us. That's all that matters. That you're there. For the good times and the bad times. When everything goes right and when it doesn't. All the moments, they add up. They all count. And they're all better for you just being there.
Flash forward to today. On the streets of Chinatown, a crowd is gathered seeing the battle between Spider-Man and his masked foes.
Keep him busy, brothers. The buck can't stop all of us.
Wanna bet? $20 says I can. Guys, come on. I'm good for it. Any takers? What about...
One of the masked villains manages to escape, running with a briefcase in his hand.
You! With the briefcase!
Too late, Spider. Once my master has the formula for the devil's tears, the city will be his.
Somebody stop him! If he makes it to the subway, he'll get away!
A helpful foot from the crowd comes in the way of the running villain, making him trip while Spider-Man catches up. Suddenly, he finds himself stuck to a wall. Spider-Man cages him underneath his webs to stop him from getting away.
And that should hold you.
A voice speaks from the back.
Hey, Spidey. Here.
He hands him the suitcase that the villain was carrying.
Thanks, I saw that. Nice move with the trip. I owe you one.
Nah, call it even. Years ago on what should have been my worst night, you saved my life.
Sorry, this is embarrassing, but I don't remember.
Hey, it's all right, man. You save a lot of people.
So, what'd I do?
Got me to quit smoking.
Okay, well, see you around, Kenneth.
And Spider-Man zips away, while Kenneth looks in awe.
See you around, webhead.
Lame. Kenneth turns around to face his niece Judy. She's sitting on a cardboard box, and to his surprise, sulking at the floor. They're separated from the crowd of people taking pictures with the entangled villain.
What's so lame about that? Judy, we saw Spider-Man in action. That's amazing.
First time I ever get to see a superhero up close. Like, not on TV, it has to be Spider-Man. Like, why couldn't it be Thor, Captain Marvel, or Black Panther? Those guys are cool. When they save the day, they save the whole world.
Kenneth kneels down beside Judy.
Spider-Man does that too.
Nuh-uh.
Yup. He saves the world every single day. Every person out there means the world to somebody. And Spidey's out there risking his neck for all of them. Their best friends, their husbands, their girlfriends, their moms, and their uncles.
Their uncles?
Yeah, every day Spider-Man saves somebody's uncle.
Okay, I guess he's alright then.
You guess?
Judy gets up and lends a hand to her uncle.
Come on, Uncle Ken.
They get up to resume their path on the sidewalk. Everyone finally goes about their normal lives, safe yet again from the threats that endanger their city. Kenneth falls behind.
You coming or what?
Yeah, I'm here.
Faintly in the distance, Spider-Man swings away with the briefcase.
I'll always be here for you.